Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Adelaide Airport, Addis Information Bravo, time 1210 Zulu, wind 110 at 5, visibility 6, temperature 32, dew point 11, QNH 1003 remarks, no pattern work landing runway 23, departing runway 23 advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo.
Adelaide ground. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo. Ready for pushback with information Charlie.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, pushback approved.
Adelaide ground. Cathay 174 heavy. Ready for pushback with information Charlie. Pushback approved. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Cathay 174 heavy, pushback approved.
Pushback approved. Cathay 174 heavy. Adelaide ground. Velocity 431. Ready for pushback with information Bravo. Requesting runway 23.
Adelaide ground. Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima. Ready for pushback with information Alpha.
Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, pushback approved.
Pushback approved. Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima.
Velocity 431, pushback approved.
Pushback approved. Velocity 431. Adelaide ground. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo. Ready to taxi with information Charlie.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, hold position.
Holding position. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, taxi to runway 5, contact. Velocity 431, hold position.
Holding position. Velocity 431.
Velocity 431, pushback approved.
Pushback approved. Velocity 431.
Adelaide ground, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, ready to taxi with information Alpha.
Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, taxi to runway 5, contact tower when ready.
Taxi to runway 5, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima.
Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, give way to aircraft ahead.
Give way to aircraft, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima.
Adelaide ground. Cathay 174 Heavy, ready to taxi with information Charlie.
Cathay 174 Heavy, taxi to runway 5, contact tower when ready.
Taxi to runway 5, Cathay 174 Heavy. Adelaide ground. Velocity 431, ready to taxi to runway 23 with information Bravo.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, cross runway 1. Velocity 431, taxi to runway 5, contact tower when ready.
Taxi to runway 5, velocity 431.
Adelaide ground, Castle 21, ready for pushback with information Charlie. Castle 21, pushback approved. Cathay 174 Heavy, cross runway 12.
Crossing runway 12, Cathay 174 Heavy. Velocity.
Velocity 431, cross.
Crossing runway 12, velocity 431.
Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, cross runway 12. Adelaide ground, Q-Link 869, ready for pushback with information Charlie.
Crossing runway 12, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima.
Q-Link 869, pushback with information Charlie. Holding
Crossing
position,
runway 12,
Q-Link
Delta Alpha
869.
Romeo Echo Lima.
Q-Link 869, pushback with information. Adelaide ground, Castle 21, ready to taxi with information Charlie. Castle 21, taxi to runway 5, contact tower when ready. Taxi to runway 5, Castle 21. Q-Link 869, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Q-Link 869.
Adelaide Tower, Cathay 174 Heavy, ready. For departure at runway 5, departing west.
Cathay 174 Heavy, line up and wait runway 5.
Line up and wait runway 5, Cathay 174 Heavy. Adelaide Tower, velocity 431, ready for departure at runway 5, departing east.
Velocity 431, hold short of runway 5.
Holding short runway 5, velocity 431.
Cathay 174 Heavy, wind 100 at 5, runway 5, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 5, Cathay 174 Heavy.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, contact Adelaide approach on 118.2.
Contacting Adelaide approach on 11.
Velocity 431, wind 100.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 5, velocity 431.
Adelaide Tower, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, ready for departure at runway 5, departing east.
Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, hold short of runway 5.
Holding short runway 5, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima.
Cathay 174 Heavy, contact Adelaide approach on 118.2.
Contacting Adelaide approach on 118.2, Cathay 174 Heavy.
Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, wind calm, runway 5, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 5, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima.
Velocity 431, contact Adelaide approach on 118.2.
Contacting Adelaide approach on 118.2, velocity 431. Adelaide approach, velocity 431, with you at 2400.
Velocity 431, radar contact. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, good day. Thank you, good day, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo. Velocity 431, requesting climb to flight level 330.
Velocity 431, altitude at your discretion. Cathay 174 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Cathay 174 Heavy, good day.
Adelaide approach, Delta Alpha.
Velocity 431, frequency change approved, good day.
Thank you, good day, velocity 431. Isles monitor, velocity 431, with you at 13,800.
Velocity 431, contact Sydney approach on 124.4.
Contacting Sydney approach on 124.4, velocity, Sydney approach, velocity 431, with you at 13,400.
Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima is 23 nautical miles west of Mittagong at 15,600 feet. Requesting Isles approach any runway at Sydney Kingsford.
Geekjet 996 is 11 nautical miles southwest of Mangrove MT at 7,000 feet. Requesting Isles approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo is 6 nautical miles west of Walton at 18,000 feet. Requesting Isles approach any runway at Sydney Kingsford. Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra. Contact Isles monitor on 133.905. Japan Air 51. Contact Isles monitor on 133.905. Air India 747 Super. Turn. Velocity 431 is 14 nautical miles northwest of Mittagong at 12,400 feet. Requesting Isles approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
Turn right heading 060, velocity 33 Lima Papa.
Geekjet 996. Turn left heading 110. Descend and maintain 6,000.
November 831 Juliet Echo is 8 nautical miles west of Walton at 12,000 feet. Requesting Isles approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
Turn left heading 110. Descend and maintain 6,000. Geekjet 996. India November Delta Golf Oscar is 3 nautical miles southwest of the Oaks at 12,300 feet. Requesting radar vectors to Sydney Kingsford. India November Delta Golf Oscar. Turn right heading 060. Descend and maintain 8,000. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo. Descend and maintain 7,000. Delta 41. Turn right heading 290. Turn right heading 060. Descend and maintain 8,000. India November Delta Golf Oscar. Descend and maintain 7,000. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Turn right heading 290, Delta 41.
Qantas 3373. Turn right heading 230. Descend and maintain 3,000. Velocity 619. Descend and maintain 6,500. Turn right heading 230. Descend and maintain 3,000. Qantas 3373. Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima. Turn right heading 060. Descend and maintain 8,000. Air India 747 Super. Turn left heading 060.
Turn right heading 060, descend and maintain 8,000, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima. Sydney approach, Japan Air 51 Heavy, with you at 13,000.
Turn left heading 060, Air India 747 Super.
Cathay 161 Heavy, make a left 360. Making a left 360, Cathay 161 Heavy.
Boeing 787 is 23 nautical miles northeast of Jervis Bay at 19,100 feet, requesting Isles approach runway 16 left at Sydney Kingsford.
Air India 747 Super. Contact Isles monitor on 133.905.
Contacting Isles monitor on 133.905, Qantas 498.
Emirates 217 Alpha X-Ray, disregard last message.
Boeing 787. Expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 16 left at Sydney Kingsford. Qantas 3373. Contact. Velocity 431 is 8 nautical miles west of Walton at 9,700 feet. Requesting Isles approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford. Velocity 33 Lima Papa. Descend and maintain 7,000. November 831 Juliet Echo. Turn right heading 060. Descend and maintain 5,000.
Turn right heading 060, descend and maintain 5,000, November 831 Juliet Echo.
Japan Air 51 Heavy. Make a left 360.
Making a left 360, Japan Air 51 Heavy.
Emirates 217 Alpha X-Ray, requesting climb to 8,000.
Geekjet 996. Execute missed approach. Turn left heading 150. Climb and maintain 8,000. Emirates 217 Alpha X-Ray. Turn left heading 160.
Turn left heading 160, Emirates 217 Alpha X-Ray.
Executing missed approach. Turn left heading 150. Climb and maintain 8,000. Geekjet 996.
Executing missed approach, Emirates 1256 Heavy.
Delta 41. Turn right heading 310. Sydney approach. World 7523 Heavy. With you at 13,200.
turn right heading 310, Delta 41.
Velocity 6482, make a right 360. World 7523 heavy, make a right 360.
Making a right 360, velocity 6482.
Making a right, velocity 431 is 3 nautical miles north of Wilton at 8,000 feet. Request, velocity 431, expect vectors to Sydney Kingsford. Thank you, velocity 431. Boeing 787, make a right 360.
Making a right 360, Boeing 787.
India November Delta Golf Oscar, turn left heading 360, descend and maintain 4000. Ethiopian 10 heavy is 6 nautical miles north of Bankstown at 4,600 feet, requesting GPS approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford. Turn left heading 360, descend and maintain 4000. India November Delta Golf Oscar. November 831 Juliet Echo, turn left heading 350, descend and maintain 5000.
Emirates 1256 heavy is 9 nautical miles south of Sydney Kingsford at 4,000 feet, requesting IELTS approach any runway at Sydney Kingsford.
Sydney approach, Qantas 16 Romeo Super, with you at 2,300. Turn left heading 350, descend and maintain 5,000, November 831 Juliet Echo.
November 831 Juliet Echo, expect vectors for the IELTS approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
Castle 21 is 30 nautical miles northeast of Coquille at 16,400 feet, requesting IELTS approach any runway at Sydney Kingsford.
India November Delta Golf Oscar, expect vectors for the IELTS approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford. Velocity 431, expect velocity 431, descend and maintain 4000, velocity 431. Sydney approach, VJUD 996, with you at 8000.
Sydney approach, velocity 33 Lima Papa, with you at 6,900.
VJUD 996, turn left heading 110. Velocity 33 Lima Papa, avoid sending duplicate messages. Turn left heading 110, VJUD 996. Velocity 33 Lima Papa, stand by. Velocity 33 Lima Papa, stand by.
Test flight 111 is
Velocity 431. Contact IELTS monitor on 1. Contacting IELTS monitor on 133.905. Velocity 431.
Velocity 1.
Velocity 431 is 6 nautical miles southwest of Holsworthy Military at 6,800 feet. Requesting
Velocity 431. Expect vectors for the IELTS.
Roger. Velocity.
Velocity 431. Turn left heading 010.
Turn left heading 010. Descend and maintain 5000. Velocity 431.
November 831 Juliet Echo, descend and maintain 3000. Descend and maintain 3000, November 831 Juliet Echo. Qantas 3373, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Qantas 3373.
Air India 747 Super, turn right heading 130, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared IELTS runway 16 right approach. Qantas 498, turn right heading 070, descend and maintain 3000. Turn right heading 130, maintain 3000 until velocity 431, do not exceed 200 knots.
Do not exceed 200 knots. Velocity 431.
Do not exceed 200 knots, November 831 Juliet Echo. India November Delta Golf Oscar, do not exceed 200 knots.
Do not exceed 200 knots. India November Delta Golf Oscar.
Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Emirates 1256 heavy is 12 nautical miles south of Sydney Kingsford at 4,000 feet, requesting IELTS approach any runway at Sydney Kingsford.
IELTS monitor, World 7523 heavy, with you at 5,600.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Papa Hotel Alpha November Sierra. Emirates 1256 heavy, expect vectors for the IELTS approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford. Emirates 1256 heavy, turn left heading 310, maintain 4000.
Turn left heading 310, maintain 4000, Emirates 1256 heavy.
Velocity 431, turn left heading 34.
Turn left heading 340, velocity 431.
Delta 41, turn left heading 240.
Turn left heading 240, Delta 41.
India November Delta Golf Oscar, turn right heading 070.
Turn right heading 070, India November Delta Golf Oscar.
Air India 747 Super, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Air India 747 Super.
Airport in sight, Delta 41.
Delta 41, please check the user guide from the home screen for help using ATC instructions. Delta 41, turn left heading 190, descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, clear dials runway 16 left approach.
Turn left heading 190, descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared aisles runway 16 left, Delta 41.
Qantas 498, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Qantas 498.
Delta 41, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Virgin 803 is 16 nautical miles west of Mittagong at 19,400 feet. Requesting Earls approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, Delta 41.
Emirates 1256 Heavy, turn right heading 340. Virgin 803, contact Sydney direct on 126.1.
Contacting Sydney direct on 126.1. Virgin 803.
November 831 Juliet Echo, turn right heading 070. Turn right heading 070, November 831 Juliet Echo. Qantas 498, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Qantas 498.
India November Delta Golf Oscar, turn right heading 130, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear dials runway 16 right approach.
Turn right heading 340, Emirates 1256 heavy.
Turn right heading 130, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear dials runway 16 right, India November Delta Golf Oscar.
Delta 41, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, Delta 41.
Aisles monitor, velocity 33 Lima Papa, with you at 5000. India November Delta Golf Oscar, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, India November Delta Golf Oscar.
Velocity 33 Lima Papa, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 16 left at Sydney Kingsford. Velocity velocity 431, turn right heading 070.
Turn right heading 070, descend and maintain 3000, velocity 431.
November 831 Juliet Echo, turn right heading 130, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear dials runway 16 right approach. Turn right heading 130, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, clear dials runway 16 right, November 831 Juliet Echo.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo is 15 nautical miles north of Sydney Kingsford at 5,600 feet. Requesting Isles approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 16 left at Sydney Kingsford.
Roger, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 4000. November 831 Juliet Echo, maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final, November 831 Juliet Echo.
VJet 996 is 16 nautical miles northeast of Sydney Kingsford at 6,000 feet. Requesting Isles approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
VJet 996, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 16 left at Sydney Kingsford. VJet 996, turn left heading 290, descend and maintain 2000.
Turn left heading 290, descend and maintain 2000. VJet 996.
Isles monitor, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, with you at 8,000.
25.
Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 16 left at Sydney Kingsford.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. India November Delta Golf Oscar.
Turn left heading 240, velocity 33 Lima Papa. Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, turn left heading 360, descend and maintain 3000.
Turn left heading 190, maintain 4000.
Velocity 431, turn right heading 130, maintain 3000, maintain 3.
Turn right heading 130, maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 16 right. Velocity 431.
Velocity 33 Lima Papa, turn left heading 190, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 16 left approach. Turn left heading 190, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 16 left, velocity 33 Lima Papa. Cathay 161 Heavy, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 16 left at Sydney Kingsford. Cathay 161 Heavy, turn left heading 120, descend and maintain 4000. Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, you're aligned with the wrong runway. Please check runway assignment.
Turn left heading 120, descend and maintain 4000. Cathay 161 Heavy.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, turn left heading 130, maintain 4000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 16 left approach. VJet 996, turn left heading 240.
Turn left heading 130, maintain 4000. Maintain 4000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 16 left.
Velocity 431, maintain 180 knots until...
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Velocity 431.
Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile final. Velocity 33 Lima Papa. Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, descend and maintain 2000. Velocity 6482, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 16 right at Sydney Kingsford.
Descend and maintain 2000, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima.
Velocity 6482, turn right heading 160, descend and maintain 5000.
Turn right heading 160, descend and maintain 5000, velocity 6482.
Emirates 1256 Heavy, turn right heading 130, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 16 right approach.
Turn right heading 130, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 16 right, Emirates 1256.
Velocity 431, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. Velocity 431. Sydney Kingsford Tower, velocity 431. Inbound on the ILS runway 16 right.
Charlie 6 Lima Juliet Yankee, line up and wait runway 16 right. Charlie 6 Lima Juliet Yankee, please expedite. Line up and wait runway 16 right, Charlie 6 Lima Juliet Yankee.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, velocity...
Velocity 431, wind 180 at Niner, number 2, runway 16.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 16 right, velocity 431.
Velocity 33 Lima Papa, wind 180 at Niner, number 2, runway 16 left, cleared to land.
2500.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 16 left, velocity 33 Lima Papa.
India November Delta Golf Oscar, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, India November Delta Golf Oscar.
All Nippon 152 Heavy, contact Melbourne Centre on 127.0.
Contacting Melbourne Centre on 127.0, all Nippon 152 Heavy.
Charlie 6 Lima Juliet Yankee, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 right, Charlie 6 Lima Juliet Yankee. Velocity 431, maintain slowest practical speed.
Maintain slowest practical speed, velocity 431. Sydney Kingsford Tower, VJ 996, inbound on the ILS runway 16 left.
Going around, November 831 Juliet Echo.
Juliet Romeo Delta November Alpha India Romeo flight of 10, line up and wait runway 16 right. Juliet Romeo Delta November Alpha India Romeo flight of 10, please expedite. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Emirates 1256 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 16 right. Juliet Romeo Delta November Alpha India Romeo flight of 10, wind 180 at 9, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 right, Juliet Romeo Delta November Alpha India Romeo flight of 10.
November 831 Juliet Echo, contact Sydney direct on 126.1.
Contacting Sydney direct on 126.1, November 831 Juliet Echo.
Charlie 6 Lima Juliet Yankee, frequency change approved, good day. Charlie 6 Lima Juliet Yankee, contact Melbourne Centre on 127.0. Contact in Melbourne Centre on 127.0, Charlie 6 Lima Juliet Yankee. Thank you, good day, Charlie 6 Lima Juliet Yankee. VJ 996, wind 180 at 9, number 2, runway 16 left, cleared to land. Emirates 1256 Heavy, wind 180 at 9, number 2, runway 16 right, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 16 left, VJ 996.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 16 right, Emirates 1256 Heavy. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, inbound on the ILS runway 16 left with information Quebec. Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, wind 180 at 9, number 3, runway 16 left, cleared to land.
40.
Number 3, cleared to land, runway 16 left,
20.
Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima. Cebu 40, line up and wait runway 16 right. Cebu 40, please expedite.
Line up and wait runway 16 right, Cebu 40. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Emirates 416.
Velocity 431, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite.
Wilco, velocity 431.
Juliet Romeo Delta November Alpha India Romeo flight of 10, contact Melbourne Centre on 127.0. Emirates 416, wind 180 at 9, number 2, runway 16 right, cleared to land.
Contacting Melbourne Centre on 127.0, Juliet Romeo Delta November Alpha India Romeo flight of 10.
Delta 41, taxi to International Terminal Bay 59, hold short of 725.
Taxiing to International Terminal Bay 59, will hold short of 725, Delta 41.
Delta
Sydney Kingsford Ground, velocity 431. Request taxi to Bay 59 at the Terminal 2.
Crossing runway 25, Delta 41.
Qatari 078 Victor Alpha, taxi to runway 16 left, hold short of 725.
Taxiing to runway 16 left, will hold short of 725, Qatari 078 Victor Alpha.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, velocity 1045, ready to taxi to runway 16 left with information Quebec. Sydney Kingsford Ground, November 66312, ready to taxi to runway 16 left with information Quebec. Velocity 1045, taxi to runway 16 right, contact tower when ready.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, velocity 578, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 16 right.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Tango Uniform Papa Alpha Charlie, ready to taxi to runway 16 right with information Quebec.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, velocity 283, ready to taxi with information Quebec.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, request taxi to Bay 59 at the Terminal 2.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Qantas 238 India Golf, ready to taxi with information Quebec. November 66312, taxi to runway 16 left, hold short of 725. Taxi to runway 16 right, velocity 1045. Tango Uniform Papa Alpha Charlie, taxi to runway 16 right, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 16 left, will hold short of 725.
Sydney Kingsford Ground,
Velocity 431, taxi to Terminal 2.
taxiing to Terminal 2 Bay 59.
Velocity 431, cross runway 25.
Crossing runway 25, velocity 431.
Qatari 078 Victor Alpha, cross runway 25.
Crossing runway 25, Qatari 078 Victor Alpha.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Singapore 2727, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 16 left. Velocity 578, pushback approved, tail to the east. Singapore 2727, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, velocity 418, ready to taxi to runway 16 left with information Quebec.
Qantas 238 India Golf, taxi to runway 16 right, contact tower when ready.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, velocity 578.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Singapore 2727. Taxi to runway 16 right, Qantas 238 India Golf.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Dynasty 768, ready for pushback with information Quebec.
Velocity 418, taxi to runway 16 left, contact tower when ready.
Taxi to runway 16 left, velocity 418.
Velocity 418, make 180.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Qantas 638, ready for pushback.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, China Eastern 736, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 16 left.
Qantas 638, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Emirates 1812, ready for pushback with information Quebec.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, velocity 33 Lima Papa, request taxi to Bay 31 at the Terminal 2.
China Eastern 736, pushback approved.
Velocity 431, request permission to cross runway 16 right.
Velocity 418, cross runway 25.
Pushback approved, tail to the...
Velocity 431, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7. November 66312, cross runway 25. Crossing runway 25, November 66312.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, request taxi to Bay 59 at the... Velocity 431, request permission to cross runway 16 right.
Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo, taxi to Terminal 2 Bay 59, hold short of 725.
Taxiing to Terminal 2 Bay 59, will hold short of 725, Q-Link 031 Papa Romeo.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, Delta Alpha Romeo Echo Lima, request taxi to parking.
Sydney Kingsford Ground, velocity 578, ready to taxi to runway 16 right with information Quebec.
Velocity 431, hold. Velocity 431, contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 124.7, velocity 431. Velocity 431, request permission to cross runway 16 right.
Q-Link 3715, line up and wait runway 16 left.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, November 472 Hotel Mike, ready for departure at runway 16 right, departing straight out. Line up and wait runway 16 left, Q-Link 3715.
Velocity 1423, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 right. Velocity 431, hold short of runway 16 right.
Holding short runway 16 right, velocity 431.
Velocity 764, hold short of runway 16 right. November 472 Hotel Mike, hold short of runway 16 right.
Holding short runway 16 right, velocity 764.
Q-Link 3715, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 left, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 left, Q-Link 3715.
Papa Hotel Mike November Lima, contact Melbourne Centre on 127.0. Velocity 6482, request frequency change.
Contacting Melbourne Centre on 127.0, Papa Hotel Mike November Lima.
Indonesia 18 Alpha, wind 180 at Niner, number 1, runway 16 left, cleared to land.
Going around, Qantas 12 Super.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 16 left, Indonesia 18 Alpha.
Velocity 764, line up and wait runway 16 right.
Holding short runway 16 right, November 472 Hotel Mike.
Line up and wait runway 16 right, velocity 764.
Qantas 12 Super, contact Sydney Direct on 126.1.
Contacting Sydney Direct on 126.1, Qantas 12 Super.
Velocity 764, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Velocity 1423, request frequency change.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 right, velocity 764. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Emirates 217 Alpha X-ray, inbound on the ILS runway 16 right.
Emirates 217 Alpha X-ray, wind 180 at Niner, number 1, runway 16 right, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 16 right, Emirates 217 Alpha X-ray. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Cathay 101 heavy is 6 nautical miles to the north of 2,200 feet, inbound for landing. Stand due, Emirates 217 Alpha X-ray. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Qatari 078 Victor Alpha, ready for departure in sequence at runway 16 left, departing left.
Velocity 165, line up and wait runway 16 left.
Line up and wait runway 16 left, velocity 165.
World 7523 Heavy, request frequency change.
Cathay 101 Heavy, wind 180 at Niner, number 1, runway 16 left, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 16 left, Cathay 101 Heavy.
November 472 Hotel Mike, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 right, November 472 Hotel Mike.
World 7523 Heavy, contact Sydney Kingsford ground on 126.5.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Delta 288, ready for departure at runway 16 right, departing east.
Delta 288, hold short at runway 16 right.
VietJet 996, request permission to cross runway 16 right.
Holding short runway 16 right, Delta 288.
VietJet 996, hold short at runway 16 right.
Holding short runway 16 right, VietJet 996.
Velocity 165, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 left, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 left, velocity 165.
November 472 Hotel Mike, contact Melbourne Centre on 127.0.
Contacting Melbourne Centre on 127.0, November 472 Hotel Mike.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, November 329 Tango Foxtrot, ready for departure at runway 16 right, departing west.
Qantas 155, line up and wait runway 16 right.
Line up and wait runway 16 right, Qantas 155.
November 329 Tango Foxtrot, velocity 431, cross runway 16.
Crossing runway 16 right, velocity 431.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Japan Air Flight 1 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 16 right. Emirates 217 Alpha X-ray, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite.
Wilco, Emirates 217 Alpha X-ray. Sydney Kingsford Tower, November 831 Juliet Echo, inbound on the ILS runway 16 left with information Quebec.
VietJet 996, cross runway 16 right, please expedite.
Crossing runway 16 right, VietJet 996.
Japan Air Flight 1 Heavy, wind 180 at Niner, number 1, runway 16 right, cleared to land. November 831 Juliet Echo, wind 180 at Niner, number 1, runway 16 left, cleared to land. Number 1, cleared to land, runway 16 right, Japan Air Flight 1 Heavy.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 16 left, November 831 Juliet Echo.
Qantas 155, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 right, Qantas 155.
World 7523 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 16 right.
Qatari 078 Victor Alpha, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
VietJet 996, request frequency change.
World 7523 Heavy, hold short at runway 16 right.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 left, Qatari 078 Victor Alpha.
Holding short runway 16 right, World 7523 Heavy.
VietJet 996, contact Sydney Kingsford ground on 126.5.
Contacting Sydney Kingsford ground on 126.5, VietJet 996. Thank you. Good day. VJUD 996. China Eastern 736. Request permission to cross runway 16 right.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, velocity 2643, ready for departure at runway 16 right, departing south. China Eastern 736, hold short at runway 16 right.
Holding short runway 16 right. China Eastern 736.
Velocity 2643, hold short at runway 16 right. Holding short runway 16 right, velocity 2643. Redwood 1280, wind 180 at Niner, number 2, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, velocity 418, ready for departure at runway 16 left, departing west.
Velocity 165, contact Melbourne Centre on 127.0. Air Canada 1999, wind 180 at Niner, number 3, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Contacting Melbourne Centre on 127.0, velocity 165.
Number 3, clear to land, runway 16 right, Air Canada 1999. Velocity 2643, line up and wait runway 16 right. Velocity 2643, please expedite. Line up and wait runway 16 right, velocity 2643. Velocity 418, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 left, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 left, velocity 418.
Qatari 078 Victor Alpha, contact Melbourne Centre on 127.0.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 16 right, Redwood 1280. Contacting Melbourne Centre on 127.0, Qatari 078 Victor Alpha.
Japan Air Flight 1 Heavy, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Wilco, Japan Air Flight 1 Heavy. Sydney Kingsford Tower, November 66312, ready for departure at runway 16 left, departing straight out. Sydney Kingsford Tower, velocity 6482 is 10 nautical miles to the north at 3,000 feet, inbound for landing.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Bravo 717 Juliet is 8 nautical miles to the north at 2,900 feet, inbound for landing.
November 66312, line up and wait runway 16 left. November 66312, please expedite. Bravo 717 Juliet, wind 180 at Niner, number 2, runway 16 left, clear to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 16 left, Bravo 717 Juliet.
November 66312, wind 180 at Niner, runway 16 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 left, November 66312.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, velocity 401, inbound on the ILS runway 16 left.
Velocity 401, wind 180 at Niner, number 3, runway 16 left, cleared to land. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Qatari 908 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 16 right.
Thank you. Good day. Velocity 431.
Sydney Kingsford Tower, Singapore 2727, ready for departure at runway 16 left, departing south. Number 3, cleared to land, runway 16 right,